Dear friends, dear members, normally, of course, I would wear the blue of France and the French cockle, but today, for this wonderful occasion, I will wear the Arsenal shirt, the badge, and Henry in front of it, knowing that I've actually served Arsenal, the football club, and the Diamond Club for the last 12 years, going on my 13th year, and I'm very proud. I thought for my friends and my members to cook 3 beautiful summer dishes. The first will be these extraordinary tomatoes. They're not just tomatoes, they're heritage tomatoes. They are the world's best tomatoes. And I'm going to do a fantastic salad, Maman Blanc. Then after that, do a paillade of chicken, of course, organic chicken, opened up, grilled, marinated with all sorts of gorgeous spices, and serve with grilled vegetables. Summery, fresh, something you could do on a grill pan or on your barbecue outside. And of course, the last dessert will be a red fruit crumble. Everyone thinks they know about tomato, but they're a world apart, each of their own world. For example, you take this beautiful Opera Abruzzo, beautiful, tremendous, heavy. Then you got a Russian black. Then you got a little Roma. Then you have a San Marzano. You got a little Golden Noble. Then a pineapple tomato. And each of them, the green tiger, look how beautiful they are. The Russian tomato is the best for tomato salad, or the black Crimean. Really, that is fantastic. This tomato here, the San Marzano and the little Roma, are made for sauces. They're not made for nothing else. Why? I'll show you. It's all pulp, little juice, and the juice represents the acidity, and the acidity is the balance of flavor. In the flesh, you've got the texture and the sweetness. In the juice, you have acidity. Here, there's so little juice, that's why they use for sauce. On the other hand, for example, you take this beautiful Maman tomato. Look at it. Full of beautiful pips and juices, which represent flavor. And here, a lovely bowl, okay, to bake nicely, or salad. Salad is fantastic. Always, the small cherry tomatoes are always the sweetest, whatever varieties they are. The company I use is Tomato Store, and it's all over London. You can find them there. I've got a fat marmot here. Okay, so voila, let's move the top out. Yeah, voila. And I'm going to cut them just in quarters, okay? Voila. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful flavor. That's the best tomatoes. The juice, flesh, equal amount. And then you have flavor. Because that represents the acidity, that represents the sweetness and the texture. Okay? So up, through here. These colors are so extraordinary. And the flavors, of course. Private little garden in London is a real luxury. I'm going to put a little marjoram, okay, and I've got my basilic here. Voila. Oh, yes, that's lovely. So I'm going to put my marjoram leaves. They're very strong, so very few, okay? Very few, that's plenty. And that is my beautiful basilic. Organic, of course, biodynamic actually. Now, that's the secret of Maman Blanc. Salt. So you just season. Pepper, of course. And all what you do is stir that up so all the salt and pepper and the herbs are mixed nicely together. What's going to happen now is the magic. And the magic is simple. When I add the salt, not only it will season the tomatoes, but it will cure them as well. So it will extract the juices of the tomato to create the magic. And actually, as kids, we would all fight, not for the tomatoes, but for the juice in which we would dip the bread. And that is the basic of one of my great classics, the essence of tomato, because I wanted always to recreate that juice that as children we would mop. Beautiful. You can see already, look what the salt is doing. All that juice. Shallots, That's quite an important ingredient. Voila. Voila. So now we have all the compounds. All that is going to macerate very nicely. We can serve them now, just like that, in a big bowl. We're going to put in a big bowl, maybe a bit of salad as well. Voila, a nice little salads. There's some romaine, there's some feuilles de chêne, there's some cos, there's some lettuce. So now I'm going to get very emotional because I'm going to do a Maman Blanc French dressing. 3 things, actually 5, I'm not very good at mathematics. Mustard, Dijon, of course. Red wine vinegar, olive oil or groundnut oil, salt, pepper. And if you want to have a bit of shallots as well inside, and garlic, of course, the French cannot help it. So that's very simple. So that's for, just to put a bit of vinegar in here, maybe. And then we emulsify. It's interesting in the mustard, so use the best extra virgin olive oil. In the mustard, you got an emulsifier, okay, which will bound together the oil and the dressing, okay? But it is not a stable emulsion. It will separate. My mom would do actually a whole liter or sometimes 2 liters in advance. And before service, before 7 kids would come, the 5 kids and the husband sat down, the lady would shake it, you know, to mix it again. Okay, so you can prepare it at least a liter in advance. It will keep for weeks. What you can do is to add a bit of hot water. It will help because you just have fat and mustard. By putting the water, it will help the emulsion. So of course you can do that in a food processor. It will be so easy to be made. In 2 seconds you'll do it. You bring all the ingredients together and you emulsify it at high speed. Okay, but here it's about pleasure, it's about leisure, it's about taking it easy, it's about thinking of the glass of rosé you're going to drink with that tomato salad or pinot noir. Oh, by the way, with some good news. Tommy is working already at Arsenal, okay, for the players, and he's cooking by himself for the team, okay, when we are playing home. So a good cheer to Tommy, who's been such an extraordinary man. Obviously, he's been trained with me at Le Manoir, and now he's with us for the last 5 years, and he's doing an extraordinary job. And I hope you all agree. So a cheer for Tommy. Voilà. So now I'm going to put a bit of salt. So break it down. What I have here is 2 beauties, really, which are actually mozzarella, grown in the wonderful farm of Lavistock Farm, okay, in Hampshire, by the great Jody Scheckter, former world champion, okay, of Formula #1, and turned a farmer, but an extraordinary farmer, and all his farm is all about organic. And I believe that is the very best mozzarella in Great Britain, if not even in Italy. So we have our beautiful, voila, mozzarella, we have our dressing, we have our tomatoes, and I'm going to do the salad. It is beautiful, very firm. I need a bit more vinegar, and voila. I'm going to put it over my salad. And over my tomato. Voila. Of course, you can make it even more simple by putting just olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, either red wine vinegar, white wine vinegar. Très bien, that's perfect. Or we can just go like in Paris. Okay, that's home, sweet home, voila, voila, a bit more, voila. And you pour just your salad just all over. Look at that. It's so simple, it's home on a Sunday lunch, absolutely. Voila. And if, of course, you want some mozzarella, you just place it around here and there. And it's a really fantastic, simple summer dish. And of course, what makes it is the quality of the tomatoes. Bon appétit. I wish you a beautiful meal. So here, it's a slightly different version of the tomato salad, more posh, more for an occasion. These amazing tomatoes, you just basically place them very nicely. All these wonderful colors. Voilà. Voilà. With the leaves, the basil. And I have also a few black olives. And they're half dried, so they're a little bit on the soft side. Voilà. C'est joli. Reduced vinegar. Just will add the balsamic vinegar, which will add a little bit of punch, okay, to the dish. Bon appétit.